heart pounding, drenched in sweat,
You got this!
and no excuses. These are the greatest workouts in America.
We as humans are far more capable than we believe.
No matter the odds,
Think about the end result.
get out there and get going.
We're gonna start with 45 minutes.
This is Pumped.
The essence of skateboarding is the roll. If you get on a skateboard and you roll, you're skateboarding.
Well, I started skating when I was 5, just skating around like maybe 3 times a month. For the past 2 years, been skating consistently every day.
Man, this stuff will build character in a person beyond skateboarding, because there's a lot of failure in skateboarding.
The reason why we fall is so we can get up again. And if you're gonna skateboard, you're going to fall. And if you can remember that once I fall, to get back up, you're a success.
Sometimes you take a hit and you may get up and try it again and then land it, and you just gotta persevere through it. So it teaches you perseverance, whether it's landing a trick, but also whether it's like getting through college or getting through whatever in life.
Because if you allow fear to control you, you'll never accomplish anything in life. Skateboarding really is a culture. It's nothing like football, nothing like baseball, nothing like basketball, because for those sports to happen, you essentially have a team. For this to happen, all you need is you and this.
They play football. They play baseball. People don't play skate. You go skate.
When I got involved with skateboarding, it was like, people in my neighborhood, man, what you riding that skateboard for? Boy, you ain't white. And I'm like, what does that got to do with it? I kept doing what I was doing because I enjoyed doing it, not because somebody basically wrote on a piece of paper, this is what you ought to do because of your skin color. I didn't care about that.
People who don't really know much about the culture, they look at me and they go, why are you doing that white boy sport, right? Or, you know, why are you trying to be a white boy? And it's like, nah, like, you got it all wrong. Like, it's not even like that. Like, everybody can skate.
That's wild.
Can I try it?
On the inside, none of that, right? We got brothers, sisters. You see, we got Katie up here roller skating. We all good, we're all family, you know what I mean? There's no color in it.
Skateboarding is about self-expression. My mom, she loved me, but my mama didn't understand. I was on the track team, I was on the swim team, I played softball, organized sports in school, and then I stopped all that to pick up a skateboard. It's like, you ruining your life. But she didn't understand, this didn't ruin my life, this helped me. I'm not saying you're settling if you want to play football, basketball, or any other sport, but what I'm saying is don't let the stereotype of people saying, well, most black people don't do that. Black people do what black people want to do based on what they desire to do.
When we first moved to Houston from Massachusetts, I guess I was about maybe 10, 11 years old. And my father, trying to get us comfortable, took us out shopping. And we was walking down the toy aisle. And I picked up a big old Dodge van with the roof cut out to put my Evel Knievel in. And as we were heading toward the front to pay for everything, saw a skateboard rack. Went over there and grabbed that plastic Makaha board. And that was in 76, 77. And put the van down, and the rest is history. You know, back then it probably wasn't an art form for me yet, but I was interested in this activity. And whoever was a part of that, I was interested in.
My son, when he was in elementary, he had friends and they got a hold and a wind of what was going on at our house. And when they got into junior high, they found out, man, Lawrence and them got a ramp in their backyard. I'm in what we call the hood, and this guy got a big old ramp in the backyard. Screwing and hammering and cutting in my backyard. I had one neighbor behind me, they was like, do you know something we don't know? I was like, what's going on, Miss Williams? She say, boy, you look like you building the ark back there. What we have now, what we didn't have when I skated, we have mothers, fathers, and kids all skating at the skate park. That did not exist when I skated at all.
You've got kids that are in these apartments that before really didn't have a place to go. We said, what would you like to see? What can we do for you? And they all said, we want a skate park. And now they come over here to the skate park. It's completely free of charge. And it's a great place for them to congregate and just practice their skateboarding. We decided that if we're going to do a skate park, we want to do one that's going to put Houston on the map. We have over 78,000 square feet of skatable surface. In addition to that, we've got not only street skating, we have vert skating. We've got the snake run, the bowls. We have skaters of younger kids, gentlemen that are in their 40s, girls, young girls, and so it appeals to all different people that just enjoy the sport.
The start of me skateboarding wasn't in nothing like this. It was just in the front yard, in the driveway, and in the street in the front yard, flat ground.
You know, over the years, a lot of cities have put in public skate parks, which has been great for the community. It's a place that has all different size stuff. They're usually cement though. So to have a vert ramp in your city, something like this that isn't cement, is very rare now. I grew up skating on the streets and pushing around. The first ramp I saw was in an older kid's backyard. It was about 4 feet tall. And I just got drawn to it. So you start like, you know, maybe getting on the skateboard, pushing around, but now with the public parks, it's so accessible that people learn to skate, you know, things like this that have transitions and have rails and have stairs. So it's definitely a progression. And you start skating bigger and bigger stuff. And sometimes you get hooked on skating stuff that's this big. I know people who are 15 or 20 years older than me that are still skating ramps of this size and skating downtown. It's sort of like the fountain of youth. I think you go out, you know, a couple days a week, roll around. If you really love it, it just comes natural, and I think it just keeps you young to stay out and be active.
You don't have to ask a skater, do you want to go skate? No, I'm gonna go skate. It's like, I don't have to be asked, do I need to breathe? I gotta breathe. So if you skate, you gotta skate.
You gotta have respect for the OGs. Derek, when I was like 12, 13, coming up, just getting into skateboarding, he taught me how to do tricks proper. And he taught me how to like do things with style. And he didn't have to, you know, he was an older guy, and he would like set aside time with me and my friends and be like, hey, like y'all are doing these tricks, and y'all are landing them, but y'all aren't doing them proper. Like this is how you do it with style, you know? And so that was a big thing with me and Derek when we were coming up. And he's always been encouraging in all the contests, always been in my corner.
I spread the love and the joy, and in the skate world, we call that spread the stoke. I want to show another kid how stoked skateboarding is.
The attitude or culture of skateboarding is like, you do what you want. I may do the same trick as one of my homies, but we may do it completely different ways, right? And he can't tell me that the way I did it isn't cool, and I can't tell him the way he did it isn't cool, because we've got our own style.
A freelance artist don't care about the border on the canvas. If I want to take that line and flip it off the side, that's what I want to do. I'm freelance. You can't put me in a box. That's what skating is. You can't put us in a box.
So within skateboarding, you get this like stigma that most people, you know, they're just junkies who do drugs and they go skate or whatever. But within skateboarding, there are actually a lot of like successful people within this community. I skate with scientists, engineers, mathematicians. Nah, that's the one.
That's the one?
I'm able to use these connections that I've made through skateboarding in order to aid things like my nonprofit or my schooling, or get more connections for internships. And so those are some of the things that I'm able to bounce off of skateboarding that help me, you know, in the real world. You know, I don't have this like end goal, like I gotta be a pro skateboarder. It's like, nah, like I gotta have fun with it every day. I'm out in the streets filming at a new skate spot we found, or at a new pool we found, or a new ditch we found, and going out and like on a mission and getting clips. That's like a whole nother different realm of skateboarding. I just want to keep skating and getting better.
When it comes to the lifestyle of skateboarding, I don't think it's ever going to go away. I think there's going to be people like me and Derek that have ramps in our yards or bowls in our yards. The street skaters that all they need is a spot with cement and a handrail. They'll keep it alive.
My dad used to skate a long, long time ago, and I love to skate, so now I'm just like skating. It's my favorite thing to do in life.
Up next,
if you just came to kickball to kick a ball and go home and that's it, then you wasted your money.
And later,
Baseball, you got 3 strikes. Golf, you have to hit it right every time. Every stroke counts.
you're watching Pumped.
My name is Sal Ferrugia. I'm the owner of LI Kick. It's a co-ed adult social sports league. Tonight we're in Glen Cove for our kickball league. LI Kick is Long Island's best way to meet people, get involved, be active, and have fun. I moved to Glen Cove in 2012, and I was looking for a way to get involved, meet people, be active, get social. Couldn't really find anything, so I decided to start a co-ed adult kickball league. We started with 8 teams, 126 people. It was a big success. It grew every year. We've added more sports, we've added more people, more locations, and now 8 years later, we've had 16,000 people play since that very first day, and it's been the joy of my life.
I just recently learned this from having Sal, the owner of LA Kick, on my team. If you just came to kickball to kick a ball and go home and that's it, then you wasted your money. But if you came here and you're making new friends, you're having a good time, you go to the bar after and you make even more friends, you're playing scavenger hunt and trivia and all that, like, that is like the highlight of the night, and that's why I did LA Kick.
You could do it, though. It's not that different. It's just like bowling.
You missed the last one. I did.
I believe in you. Kickball is a great sport because it's a super awesome mix of recreational, athletic, and social. So there's some competition to it, but it's a sport that anybody can play. Men and women can play evenly among themselves. Young people, old people can play it. Super athletic people, beginners can all play the sport. And the real secret is actually not about kickball at all. It's about hanging out with your friends, meeting new people. Typically we play kickball for an hour, then we hang out at the bar afterwards for 3 hours. And it's not like going to the bar in college and just getting wasted. It's more about just like hanging out with your friends, meeting new people. And then it leads to other things too. So people hang out on the weekends, they play kickball, they meet some people, they join a cornhole league, and they go to a concert on Saturdays, they get invited to a birthday party, a housewarming party, and before you know it, it's taken over your life in the best way possible.
My favorite part of playing kickball is the little adrenaline rush you get when you're about to kick the ball. It just makes you feel a little funky, a little serotonin going through, and then when you get a good kick and you get on the base, it's like, yeah.
My advice for new people is just to jump right in with both feet, throw caution to the wind. It's not that serious. Don't worry about it. People ask me about the rules, what to wear. I say it's not very serious. Just show up, be prepared to have fun, and the rest of it will take care of itself.
Later.
When I'm in the water, like, it's just me in the pool, and I feel so free, and I feel like nothing's holding me back, and it's the best feeling.
You're watching Pumped.
When I jump in the water, that's my happy place. That's where I feel free. When I'm out of the water, I always have to rely on someone to take me somewhere, my guide dog to take me places, my cane to like help me navigate. But when I'm in the water, like, it's just me in the pool, and I feel so free, and I feel like nothing's holding me back, and it's the best feeling. Hi, my name is Anastasia Pagonis. I'm a Paralympic swimmer for Team USA.
35.71. You got one more in you? Number 6? Huh? Good girl.
When I was 11, I was having trouble reading things, and I was a soccer player, and I started getting kicked in the face with the soccer ball too much. So my parents took me to the doctor, and they were telling me that I had ADHD, and that's why I couldn't see things, and it was a whole process. So we ended up going to a retina specialist, and I came back with a genetic disease, and when I was 14, it just went super fast. I never had my central vision, and I started losing my peripheral vision too. And I came back with more diseases. I have a genetic disease and autoimmune retinopathy. So pretty much my immune system and my body thinks that my eyes are bad and attacks my retina. My doctor recommended that I try a less contact sport, and he recommended swimming. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And right when I got in the water, I just fell in love with it. I was like, okay, like this is for me. And then once I had that big drop in my vision, I stopped swimming for about a year, and we had to find a coach that would actually train the blind girl and have faith in me, which was a process. We contacted literally every single club and every single coach, and nobody wanted to train me until we found my coach now, Mark Dannon in Islanders Aquatics, and he just grabbed onto me and has not let go.
There's no bargains with me today. Great talking to you. Put your goggles on. Go. She makes me laugh, believe it or not. I come off moody, but she makes me laugh. She's a really good kid. So from the beginning, I was like, wow, this kid's gonna be an Olympian. When they first called me, I had a soft spot immediately, and I said, sure, yeah, I'd love to help, see if I can help, and maybe we'll find a connection. I didn't really know much about tappers, and I contacted some visually impaired athletes that I knew from growing up, and then I put myself in that situation as well.
When I first went to his pool, I was like, like this isn't gonna work. Like I feel like I just can't do this. And I was like, no, like this guy's gonna find a way for me to do this. He was so dedicated to me, and he is the most selfless man in the world. He's honestly my best friend.
The tapping has to be timed correctly, so I cue her with the tapper. It basically just lets her know that she's coming up to the wall and she's gotta be safe.
Stop calling me pretty for a blind girl. So you're saying that people who are blind are just ugly? And that I would be ugly if I could see? What?
When I was in my depression, I started Instagram, and I was like, like I'm gonna show people that they're not alone, and that like, yeah, it's normal to be depressed. It's normal to have these thoughts, these feelings. It's a normal thing, and that you're not alone, and to maybe be there for someone else. Everyone is super ignorant to blindness. They think you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, and be a certain way, and that is not the case at all. So just showing people that like, hey, this is what blind is, this is what blind looks like, and this is the things that I can do being blind. If I told my 14-year-old self when I was 14 that I would be here, I don't think I would believe that I would even be alive.
Good luck. Wait, finish it.
I do 9 practices a week, and they're all 2 hours, and it's a lot, but you know, sometimes I'm crying and I don't want to be there, but I know that it's gonna show the results that I want, so just gotta keep grinding through. And I have my coach that always keeps like pushing me, so I'm excited for the experience. You know, I think it's gonna be such an amazing experience, and being my first games, I'm just excited to be there and be in that environment and hopefully get the gold.
Coming up.
I think the best part is that I make long-term friends. Not like I meet them, I become friends with them, and then I never see them again. I actually see them over and over again.
You're watching Pumped.
Golf is one of the toughest sports. Basketball is a team sport, baseball is a team sport, football is a team sport. Baseball, you got 3 strikes. Golf, you have to hit it right every time. Every stroke counts. And when you see these young men and these young women who first start out and they're frustrated because they can't hit the ball farther than their front foot, and here they are 6 months later and they're hitting the ball high in the air and straight, you just see the smile on their face, and you know, they really start to enjoy and love the game, not only for their abilities to play, but what the game is about.
I started playing golf when I was about 12.
I started playing when I was 7.
I would say that I started playing maybe around 5 years old. I didn't really choose it at the beginning. I thought it was very boring and I didn't want to play. But then I just started hitting golf balls, and then I picked up the love for the game.
Offering golf to our youth is very important because it gets them out of their neighborhoods. You come up to a beautiful golf course like here at Lake Chabot Golf Course, You're here in the nature, you're with the trees, it's very quiet out here. And so it really gets them out into a different element to where they could become more one with themselves and become more one with nature. When you think about the kids coming up from the inner cities, you know, there's a lot of violence going on, there's a lot of negativity, so this is another place for peace and calmness, tranquility.
I love to be outside in nature, and golf is just a fun way to be outside. You can really engage into your golf shot and really focus.
It's really well organized, definitely. They communicate well, they take their time and are also patient with you.
I think the best part is that I make long-term friends. Not like I meet them, I become friends with them, and then I never see them again. I actually see them over and over again, and I actually have a long-term friend now.
And the parents are very excited about the fact that the kids are outside in a structured program. They're able to hang out with their friends and do something positive and get them away from the video screen and the computer screens, right? What I love about Ace Kids Golf Junior Championship is it allows our kids to compete, get out there and show their determination. Golf is very powerful with youth empowerment. It teaches valuable and important life skills such as honesty, integrity, respect, discipline, focus, tenacity, you know, all the things you need in life. And so golf really helps players not only on the course, but off the course as well.
Golf is a really slow game, so you know you have to take your time, be real patient, careful with everything you do. And I actually have taken that with anything I do in life.
I have to wait sometimes to hit on the tee. I have to wait to putt. I have to wait. It taught me patience. Now I'm more patient.
Golf, you can translate to a lot of life situations. You always got to focus on what's ahead of you. If you hit a bad shot, you just got to worry about the next shot. Just move forward and try your best your next time.
What I've learned over my past couple tournaments is kind of deal with adversity on the golf course and to just not like give up. It's a great organization, brought great opportunities for me, and I'd love to keep working with Ace Kids.
What I would like to see moving forward with our program is we expand it and get it not only here in Oakland, but in other cities across the country and expand our partnerships. We're very grateful for our partners, 2K Foundations, who's our title sponsor, eLearn Play, who's supporting us, and we're looking to garner more support from other entities and other corporations so we get more youth involved in our program.
Have a favorite spot to get pumped? Tell us on social media.